Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for whoever watched my videos. Thank you. And I hope you will continue, even though I have low numbers. Don't look at the numbers. Don't look at the quantity. Look at the quality of the video. Hope everybody's having a great morning, a great afternoon, and a great evening. You know, I was looking at this news report. Not this, I'm going to get back to my title. And that's also that made me go, what the? But how I caught this video, this news, I was looking at the plane crash in Louisville, Kentucky. Here's what I want to make you people understand with that said. When you see something like this here, the first thing you think about is lives that are being lost. And it is a tragedy. You say to yourself, wow. And when I saw this, and I know I just made some videos in regards to what's going to take place on the earth. And here you go. I look at the news and look what happened. They were also talking about some scares at other airports where there was some unknown drones and things of that nature. I'm going to get to my title. Stick with me. Always take you people somewhere. But I want to make this clear to someone that probably don't understand when you see something like this as a catastrophic event and you go, wow, you could have been on that plane. That's right. Well, let me make you people understand something so you'll understand that God grants life or death. And when you look at this plane crash, it was not an accident incident. All right. It's the same thing when you see floods come in the world and you see fires and you see people end up getting an unknown disease or they get cancer. Listen real good, and I'm going to take you to this video that the news report. So, let me make you understand something. Godly people will be deleted because of their faith. It happened before our time. That's the reason why Jesus Christ and his disciples were murdered, because of their faith. All right? And believers will die of natural causes. Not cancer, natural causes. Okay? So, if you want to debate that, you go debate it with somebody else. And I know that God is faithful to all of his servants. He gonna give you the knowing. Had a pastor, he's gone, no longer with us, had told me, I think the Lord is calling me home. And he was accurate. And he died of natural causes. So while we're living, we're going to be persecuted because of our faith. And we're going to be hated because of our faith. John 15, verse 18 describes it. All right. So this plane crash, this is what this plane crash was. These people, which they said 3 members was on that plane. And it could have been you. Satan is asking God, can he get at you? The Bible declares it when he asks God, will Job still hold his faith if I take everything from him? And God let Satan test Job. So we know that Satan is asking God. He has to get permission from God. And Satan shoots a fiery dart. It's invisible. That's right, and a fiery arrow. When you are out in the world and you don't have the covering of the blood of Jesus, he shot a fiery dart, a fiery arrow at that plane. And if you see the smoke when the plane first hit the ground, you'll see Satan's face in the fire. That's right. Now, as I was looking at that, some news report came across, said a plantation slaves tried to escape but have been found. I said, what the? This is clickbait. Listen to me real good, people, okay? One man said in the news report, let my people go. One of them must have gotten a phone or something, because the slaves that was found, the parents said, let my people go. And I'm going, what? Is this legal? Well, also, the plantation owner said, yeah, you can visit this plantation 24/7. What? This got to be, these people made a clickbait. And I started laughing. So I wanted to share it with the world that, are you aware that there's some plantations on this planet that they said slaves was freed? And I said to myself, my wife was on her way to work. I said, well, I ain't going to bother her. And I was like, this is crazy. No, people. I said, this got to be fake news. No, people. So I started searching, and I just couldn't sit here to myself, and I just started searching. You probably saying, dude, are you serious? And you probably already clicked off this video. Oh, you stayed on the video? All right. Listen, people. All across YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, there are fake people making up fake stuff. You know how they put that filter picture on their Facebook? That's not how they really look. And you see people will put old pictures where they went and had a good time. That they're not doing that right now. It's all fake. Are you with me? All right. So remember what I told you. I start to search stuff. I like to search stuff and make sure, is it validated? Is this fake news? So I started searching. And guess what I found? Club shootings, drive-bys, boyfriend deleting girlfriend, husband deleting wife. You're sleeping outside. You're living in filth. You're stripping for money. You're tricking, turking for money. You know those turkers. You know those women out there twerking that booty. They getting paid. That's right. You're robbing people. You're breaking into houses, businesses. You live in your car. You hate working but dance all night. Have you ever seen people go to the club and dance all night and come to work complaining? Drunk, got a hangover. They're not complaining about staying in the club all night, partying and sweating. They come to work complaining and got a good job. Have you seen that? These are slaves. That's right. You probably clicked off this video. Stay with me, and I'm going to take you people somewhere. See, because I searched the news. What news? The good news. You fell for it? You shouldn't have. Stay on this video, and you won't get on that plane. That's right. You hate working, but stay in dangerous clubs all night. A man will sweat on top of you. This is what women will do. Man just puffing and blowing. You like that, baby? Sweating, dripping all down her face and everything. But he won't go out here and get a job and sweat for you. You taking care of him on your Section 8, your welfare, your food stamps, and Donald Trump then turned them off. Oh, I got some more I checked out on the plantation. Yeah, stay with me, and I'm going to take you people somewhere. This plantation is something else. You can go all over, and it's 24/7. That's right, and you can visit and see how these slaves are being mistreated. That's right. A female won't complain about different men blowing her out. Jump from bed to bed. She won't complain about it. Some of them go get sold up and pour some vinegar down there and make it come back together. But they won't complain about these dog and these pig men blowing them out, but complain about her boss, his boss, how much work they making them do. They overworking them, but they'll go out here and just get mistreated by people. I got a brother. His wife have done the unbelievable, and he doesn't complain. She didn't left him. He took her back. She didn't ran over him. She didn't stabbed him. Her and her sister didn't jumped on him and stabbed him. I mean, this guy got 9 lives, and she didn't took him back. He didn't took her back. Don't complain. He brag and boast about her. Do you see that good slave? That slave is happy. And if I tell him about the Bible, if I tell him the truth, he'll complain. Stop sending me these books and these text messages. Ain't that something? How submissive they are to their slave master. And they hate structure. They complain about not able to spin and party. Yeah, that's some good slaves. They own drugs, and if they don't get their drugs, they start complaining. Oh yeah, they'll knock you over the head for their drugs. That's right, they'll crawl on the ground and look for that piece of crack. That's right, if they don't get that herring, they'll drive behind your bumper and knock you off the road. That's right, these are these plantations. Yeah, stay drunk, masturbating, having sex with themselves, won't complain at all. Ain't that something? You don't want a real body. You'll hold your hand, put your hand down there, and put some. They've been hooking up with P. Diddy to get some baby oil and just go to work. I mean, that arm ought to be big and it won't go to a warehouse and pick up some boxes and get on that assembly line. But they'll shoo. You know what I'm talking about. Same thing with a woman. She'll get a big old piece of rubber. I'm trying to keep it, kid permitted. They get that big old rubber and get that finger and get that little twicky and looking at them porn tapes and go to work. That's right, until they get that fix. But they don't want a real body. Why? They don't want you telling them nothing. They complain. They be a good slave to a dummy, a piece of rubber. And they go to work and say, oh, I just love my hand. Yeah, they won't say I love my man. I just love my hand. Yeah, they fall in love with their hand. And some females are having sex with multiple partners. Ain't that something? I mean, you got spirits flying all in you. Just go and won't complain about it. This one are doing wrong, they go back to the same club. They found that one in that club, and they'll go back to the same strip joint. They found that one in the strip joint, they'll go back to the same mall. They found that one and just keep thinking they're going to find a good one. Yeah, they go with multiple partners. They call them bed sluts. Yeah, same thing with men. They go to multiple partners, found them in a strip joint. Same thing. Okay? Found them walking down the street at the bus stop. And then guess what? Men and women get STDs and diseases and won't complain about it. And they just hide it. Do you see these plantations? These are plantations. Yeah, you can go all over the world and look at them 24/7. That's right. And they don't take care of their hygiene. Have you? Listen to me, people. If I was to take you to my father's house right now, you would probably vomit. That's right. And if you would have met my older brother, you probably would have vomited. They don't clean themselves no more. That's right. They become nose blind. Have you talked to some people and smell like what came out their mouth? They just went out in the country and just picked up some cow manure and started chewing on it. And you go, whoa! And you see it all over the place. I've met some people, some men on my job used to be in my truck and say they go to church, and they would talk, and you had an AC on in the big old truck, and you got to roll the windows down, and it's 105 degrees outside, and the guy asks you, man, why you got the window down? And you try to be nice, you don't want to say that. I don't know, man. Did you smell that? What? I don't smell nothing. I think one of us then stepped in some boo-boo out there when we was walking in the field, but you try to keep it professional. They don't take care of themselves. My older brother, he's no longer with us, people. He didn't take care of himself. He started stinking, wouldn't bathe, complain about bathing, used to try to hide it. And that's what happens to him. Okay? They join gangs and cults. Men with men and women with women. That's the slave plantations today. You thought I saw it on the news, didn't you? Oh, no, I don't have to see it in the news. It's on the news. You just think it's normalized. That's right. And divorce rates are high. This is what people complain about. They complain in the marriage because you try to give them structure. One of the two, either the male or the female. The wife gave her life to Christ, and she tried to tell her husband, honey, will you please stop drinking? Honey, why are you always on your phone? Are you seeing somebody? He'll start complaining. He don't want to do the right thing. And they'll go out here and get a divorce and start complaining about she took all my stuff and took my retirement and took my house and everything. Same thing with a female. I'm tired of being lonely. But when it was in the marriage, they complain about the structure. They complain about giving their life to Christ. It's just too hard. You need to be in your place and I need to be in my place. Have you ever seen people go out here in the world, men mostly, they go out here and shoot them up, bang, bang, out there. Yeah, nigga. Excuse me, people, I didn't mean to say that word. Ninja. Sorry, YouTube. That's what they do. They act gangster, calling each other the N-word. Ninja. And then when they get in court, have you seen them? The base is gone. And then they get behind bars and then they go and appeal and ask the attorneys, can you ask them to move me? They're out here oppressing the world and causing people, afflicting pain on them, and got the nerve to say, I want a better cell. This prison has gone down. Can y'all send me out to this other prison? It's in good shape. And I need you to put some money in my commissary, girl. This food is nasty. Do you understand what I'm trying to show you, people? See, Jesus Christ showed us in the book that back in those days of Moses, he told Pharaoh, let my people go, and told Moses to go get them. I'm going to show you in a minute, all right? But these are the people that they complain in the moment. And God said when they went over there and got over there on the other side of the Red Sea, they started complaining and would prefer to go back to slavery. That's right. So that's why I'm showing you that my news report, the Bible, has reported and said there's a plantation out in the world. And some slaves tried to escape from Satan. And Satan went back and found his people. and they're committing all these acts. That's right. And this is what God calls them. He said, you scoffers and you mockers. See, they mock God. They complain when you try to tell them Bible. You sit them down and try to give them sound doctrine. The Bible says in 2 Timothy chapter 4, in the last days, they are not going to tolerate sound doctrine. They hate it, and they'll complain about it. But go out and just dance all night long and twerk and get drunk and come to work and complain. And God said, I blessed you with a job. I didn't give you AIDS. You could have been on that airplane. COVID-19, I told it to behave. It didn't come to you. You was in your sleep last night, and I told death to behave. And I did not allow a sickness to come near you, and you still complaining. God called you scoffers. That's right, you disrespect him, and you put all his precepts to the side. You don't want his word. So he called you scoffers and mockers. He said you're unclean. Your slave master captured you again and got you in demonic bondage. That's right. Jesus have asked you over and over. Let him clean you up from your filthy slave master, Satan. He is making practices. He's making you practice idolatry. He got you dirty, got a dirty heart, got grudges, malice in your heart, envy in your heart, jealousy in your heart, anger in your heart. You hate You black, stay over there. No, you white, stay over there. You Hispanics, go back to Mexico. God said you got hate in your heart. That's right. So here's what he's telling you. And if you don't listen to this, then I got something for you. In Matthew 18:12-14, chapter 18:12-14, listen what Jesus is trying to tell you so you can escape your slave master and get off that plantation. This is what he's telling you. He says, in Matthew 18, verse 12, it says, what do you think if a man has 100 sheep and one of them gets lost? Will he not leave the 99 on the mountain and go in search of the one that is lost? And if it turns out that he finds it, I assure you and most solemnly say to you, he rejoices over it more than over the 99 that did not get lost. So it is not the will of your Father who is in heaven that one of these little ones be lost. Jesus says, if you don't come back to me, I will annihilate you. And the people on that plane got annihilated. It wasn't an accident. God knows that your heart is getting harder and harder. And there's no more room for Christ. And Christ is telling you to come out from among them and be set apart. And he told you, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And no man gets to the Father unless through me. I went to the cross at Calvary. And I died for you. I took a full debt beating for your sins. And you're on this plantation, this earth, letting Satan slave you. And God says you have hardened your heart like Pharaoh. And he's got a trap for you. And you may get on that plane or go to work this morning or go to the doctor or go get married or go on a fishing trip or go hunting or go on a cruise and you won't come back home. God is saying the wages of sins is death. And hell will be your permanent home. Everything you did was the wages of sin. God said no man, no woman knows the time or the hour when their soul may be required. And so if you want to submit to Satan, God said he made hell for Satan and his demonic angels. So since you've hardened your heart, you're blind, and you're going to get on that road this morning and think that you're going to return back home. And you're going to go to that doctor because something just don't feel right. And you're not going to return back home because God says you fool. What would a man profit if he gains the whole world but loses his soul?